Hello, good morning. It's week 25, and we are going to start our day today for third grade music, doing something for St. Patrick's Day. So I want you to follow along. This is a little video, and you have to do some body percussion for it for St. Patrick's Day, and I'll come back in a minute.
The apostle of Ireland, the saint was he, cast away in March on the 17th, remembered and will for eternity, so rise for St. Patrick's celebrity. P-A-T-R-I-C-K, that's right, it's on St. Patrick's Day. Put your hands up and clap along, now pat your knees and give us some song. P-A-T-R-I-C-K, that's right, it's on St. Patrick's Day. Put your hands up and clap along, now pat your knees and give us some song. Now listen up and let me tell you a story of the kind of Patrick and all his glory. Grew up in Britain in his early years, moved to Ireland to teach faith as a career. Some traditions and superstitions, come on musicians, explore the mission. You wear rings so you don't get bit, shook up a leprechaun, let's go get enriched. Another tradition that we see beneath American Irish field is cabbage and relief. People get out and watch the parade, dancing in music makes the day feel great. So Portland, Florida, it's a lucky day. The shepherd kids in Ireland section of the sleigh. Get your green on, give it clap, 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 get down, let's stand for the St. Patrick rap. P-A-T-R-I-C-K, that's right, it's on St. Patrick's Day. Get your hands up and clap along, now pat your knees and give us some song. P-A-T-R-I-C-K, that's right, it's on St. Patrick's Day. Get your hands up and clap along, now pat your knees and give us some song. Apostle of Ireland, the saint was he, passed away in March on the 17th. Remembered and will for eternity, so rise for St. Patrick's celebrity. When you see the quarter note, we will say dead. When you see the pair of 8 notes, we will say Patrick. When you see the quarter rest, make sure you're silent. There's also some body percussion. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, 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 in March on the 17th, remembered and will for eternity, so rise for St. Patrick's celebrity.
Okay, that gets us in the mood for March and for St. Patrick's Day. And I want to get one more sheet ready for us today. Hang on. We have been talking about the musical alphabet. And if you remember, the musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it stops there and then it starts over again. So there's never an H or a W or a Q. And you had some worksheets last week to kind of get you used to the idea that there's little sentences and there's little things to help you remember the lines and the spaces in the Mrs. Treblecliff's neighborhood. And if you look up here, we're just going to review a little bit today. These are the lines, and if you think of, and you have a little help sheet, if you think you printed it out, hopefully you printed it out, that helps you remember the lines and the spaces, and there's a little sentence for the lines. Every good boy does fine. And remember, the important part about that is the very first letter of those words tells you what the letters of the lines are, and you always have to start at the bottom. When your spaces, that's a little area between the lines, F, A, C, E, and that spells face. So I'm going to, I want to review a little teensy bit today to show you sometimes you can spell different words. And there'll be another worksheet today that is about St. Patrick's Day. It's kind of a fun one, but it practices, it's kind of a St. Patrick's Day theme, but it practices your lines and spaces. If I had something like this, if this was a problem on a worksheet, and I wanted you to write the names in of what was going to be, what those letters are, first of all, I come to the first one. I have to decide, is this on a line or is this on a space? And I see that it's on a line. So I need to think up here. Sometimes you might need to look up here. You can if you want to, or you can look in your help sheet, or you just might know it already. Line number 1 is every good boy, so that's going to start with an E. So I know that if this note is sitting on line number 1, it's an E. Next time around, next note, I need to look, first of all, is this on a line or a space? I see it's on a line. It's not line number 1, but it's line number 2. So I think every good boy does find every good. And if I need to look up here, line number 2 is G. So I know that that first letter of that word starts with a G. And the very same thing, this is on the very, very same line, so that's going to be the very same thing. And this just spelled a word. Spelled a word for me. So sometimes there are problems like that where they have a note sitting on a line or a space. You have to write down the letter underneath it, and it might turn into a word, or it might just be, some letters that you need to identify. How about this one? Let's see here. Okay, four of them this time. First of all, I start with the first one. Is this a line or a space? This is sitting on a space. And if I think up here, I remember this is space number 3, starting at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going up in my head, I'm thinking F-A-C-E. So I know this is C. So I'm going to put this here. Next one, is this a line or a space? I see it sitting on a space. And I remember that my space is spell face, F-A. So I know that's going to be an A. This next one, is it a line or a space? So I know that it's sitting on a line. So I'm not going to look at the space stuff up here. I'm going to look up here. This is line number 2. 1, 2. So I go up here, E, G, or every good. So I know that that's going to be a G. And if you take piano lessons, this might be kind of easy for you. It might not be too hard for you. The next one, line or a space? I see that it's on a space. Am I thinking of my word again? F-A-C-E, and it spelled the word cage. So sometimes your assignments, your little practice worksheets might be something like that. I want to show you, I want to come back over here and show you this. This is very similar to what what it's going to be looking like for your assignment for this week. And this is, these are all, on this particular page, these are all space notes. And so first of all, they tell you is to draw the line, draw the letters of the spaces. So I know this is a space, so I'm going to put F-A-C-E. So that will help me if I need some help. Draw the note in the correct space. This time they didn't give you the note; they gave you the letter at the bottom. So I need to think about my answers. I'm going to draw it in the right spot. So this is an F. and they want the spaces on this particular page. They want the spaces. So I know that my space number 1 is space number 1 is my F. So instead of writing the letter down for the answer, this time you have to draw the note in the right spot. Again, here's A. All right. So I look up here, space number 2. So I find space number 2, and I'm going to draw it right there. So the answers to this particular worksheet are writing the notes in the right spot and the right space from the right line. And in this particular whole page, it's about spaces. This is a C. So they're kind of going in order. They're kind of helping us review. Space number 3 is C. So I find my space number 1, 2, 3, and I draw it right here. Down here again, here is C again. So I'm going to do the very same thing. Space number 3. Here's an A. I think my F, A, C, E. So I know it's space number 2. Here is my F again, space number 1. So that's what some of these worksheets are going to look like. Sometimes you're going to be drawing in the letter. For the answer, you're going to be writing the letter like an alphabet letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Or sometimes they give you the letter and you have to write the note in the right spot. So that's going to be your assignment for this week. Have a great week. And this is just a great big review getting us ready for the musical alphabet. Have a great week. Bye.